Number 12, a cosmic ray electron moves at 7.5 times 10 to the 6 meters per second perpendicular to the Earth's magnetic field at an altitude where the field strength is 1 times 10 to the minus 5th Tesla. What is the radius of the circular path the electron follows? All right, so anytime we're starting to talk about radius of curvature or radius of the path of a moving charged particle, we're talking about then magnetic field and stuff, we have to use this formula, okay? This formula talks about the radius, right, of a circular path a moving charge will follow in a magnetic field will be equal to the mass of that moving charge, okay? The mass of that particle multiplied by the tangential velocity, the linear velocity, not the angular velocity, okay? That's measured in meters per second. So we're fine, right? Not radians per second, okay? Divided then by the magnitude of the charge on that moving particle, then multiplied by the magnetic field strength. Now the assumption here is that the velocity here must be perpendicular to the magnetic field. Okay, that's the assumption that underlies this formula. All right? Okay, so now all we have to simply do is literally plug it in. Now, what's the mass? Oh my goodness, they didn't tell it to us, right? But they told you it's an electron. So you have to know, probably memorize the mass of an electron. It's going to be 9.11 times 10 to the minus 31 kilograms. Okay, that's the standard unit, kilograms. Then multiplied by the velocity of 7.5 times 10 to the 6th meters per second. Those are standard. What's the charge of an electron? That's also memorized. Okay, it's negative 1.6 times 10 to the minus 19th, but you should technically be plugging in absolute values here, and it should have a sign, but it doesn't from the text. So just plug in the magnitude, 1.6 times 10 to the minus 19th coulombs. And then the magnetic field they told you is 1 times 10 to the minus 5th Tesla. So literally all this is just a plug and chug, as they call it. So 1.99 times 10 to the minus 31 multiplied by 7.5 times 10 to the 6th, divided then by 1.6 times 10 to the minus 19th times 1 times 10 to the minus 5th. And I get a value here of about 4.27 meters because you're dealing with radius, and that represents a distance, and distance is in meters. All right. Notice if you plugged in the negative sign here, you would have gotten then a negative radius. And what the heck does that even mean? Right? So just disregard the charge signs when you're using these formulas. Guys, thank you very much for tuning in. I appreciate it. Please remember to help us out and subscribe. We appreciate that very, very much. And I look forward to helping you with more problems. Take care.